Hi, folks. This is Don Meissner with the North Country Fishing Report. You know, one of the things that we've talked about for the spring, and I just wanted to add this because I left it out of one of my earlier reports, but there is a time in the spring that can be absolutely phenomenal trout fishing. Now, our trout fishing is basically either in the streams and rivers that we have or in the more inland ponds and small lakes. And those ponds and small lakes usually offer some fabulous trout fishing, but it's being able to find them and get to where they are. And it's sometimes very difficult, but there's a time when the fish become the most available and you can have fishing that you only could dream about. And that is if you are lucky enough, and I say lucky enough because it's pretty hard to know when, but if you're lucky enough to be at a pond when the ice is going out, right at that time, the conditions are just right, the ice is melting, giving way, breaking up, and all of a sudden there's clear water. And at that time, the bottom of the pond or lake reverses and comes to the top and vice versa. So the ideal conditions now are towards the top layer of water. That's where everything is going to go. The temperature is going to be more compatible there. So not just all the bait is going to go up there, but all the fish is going to follow, and they're going to be eating. I've had some of the greatest fishing in my life at those lucky times. Now, I don't know how you can plan on it. You know, the general time, the snow's been melting. It's been warmer and warmer every day. But each pond, it might have a different dew point, a time when the ice goes out. But if you can be there, oh my gosh, the fishing can be wonderful. It can make up for all the days we struggle and go and try and get skunked. Boy, if you can be there when that ice goes out. Now, it may not just be those very few moments right after the ice goes away. It could be a few days, and the fishing can be really good. Then it's going to stabilize again. Then the water isn't going to be turned upside down the same. Then you're going to have to start waiting for it to warm up more, and you can start catching those trout, either trolling with your paddles with some kind of streamer. You know, that's the most popular way to fish. In the old days, you'd use a June bug spinner and a worm. And we've kind of frowned on the natural baits that we used to use in the past. We think it gives the fish, it's just too unfair to the fish. And they're going to be hooked in the stomach a lot with that too. Our point is that we have some wonderful, magical trout ponds in our area, just maybe an hour in from where we live along the river. But if you can get to some of these ponds, you can have fishing that people could only find in northern Canada. It can be that spectacular. Until next time, folks, this is Don Meissner with the North Country Fishing Report.